When Chick-fil-A operator Gary Branch purchased a conversion system from Greasecar Vegetable Fuel Systems, which allowed him to use waste peanut oil from his restaurant as fuel, it was the beginning of a journey which would open the eyes of many people to great new possibilities. When Gary showed his peanut oil-powered truck to Dan Cathy, president of Chick-fil-A, Dan was so impressed he wanted the technology to be introduced to Chick-fil-A operators at the annual Chick-fil-A Expo in Orlando, Florida. A Greasecar vehicle was quickly prepared with Chick-fil-A logos, decorations, cow spots, and banners. The peanut truck was fueled with a small amount of vegetable oil at Greasecar's manufacturing facility, then embarked on a trip from Massachusetts to Florida and back that would use only waste peanut oil from Chick-fil-A restaurants located on the trip itinerary. Along the way, the Greasecar team of Michael Garjian and Lee Briante stopped at a number of Chick-fil-A restaurants, where the truck was fueled with donated peanut oil and Michael and Lee were fueled with Chick-fil-A chicken. Menlo Park, Deptford, Fredericksburg, Nottingham, Pooler, Golden Isle, and Kirkland all supplied the team with waste oil. At Fredericksburg, Virginia, a group of Chick-fil-A operators even consolidated all their waste peanut oil for a late evening pickup by the Greasecar team.
This is a compilation of all the stores from Garrisonville, South Point FSU, Fredericksburg FSU, Central Park FSU. They all helped combine and get together this oil.
At each of the stops, Chick-fil-A operators, crew, and strangers alike were overwhelmed with the idea that a vehicle could run on peanut oil. This included Chick-fil-A customers.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic about it. I mean, I'm quite sure people are more than happy to give you the wasted oil if.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're thrilled for us to come by.
They have to normally pay to have someone take it away, so to give it to us for free saves them money too.
Correct.
Others were impressed with the Greasecar duo's ability to stretch their diesel fuel usage and the environmental benefits of the peanut oil truck.
Our first 1,000 miles, we used 1 gallon of diesel fuel. We're getting 1,000 miles per gallon.
One Chick-fil-A customer, spotted taking a cell phone photo of the peanut oil truck, was a school teacher.
Well, I saw that your car was powered with vegetable oil, and we teach our kids this in 4th grade. I teach in Rhode Island, and I tell them about it, and we've read about it in the Scholastic newspaper, but I've never actually seen a truck that did run on the vegetable oil. I think it's a good thing that Chick-fil-A is doing. Great for the environment, and I hope they get more cars running on vegetable oil. I'll be one of the first.
Even along the highways and city streets traveled by the peanut truck, hundreds of thousands of fellow travelers were exposed to the Chick-fil-A message, and reactions ranged from the honk and smile of a woman on a city street to the wild enthusiasm of a car of young men thrilled with the idea that a truck could run on waste peanut oil. At the show in Orlando, over 500 Chick-fil-A operators and families visited the peanut truck, where they learned that on our trip alone, by using peanut oil instead of diesel fuel, we saved $600 in fuel cost and eliminated the release of over 5,000 pounds of global warming gases into the environment. A number of Chick-fil-A operators are committed to or strongly considering converting their personal vehicles or delivery vehicles to use their waste peanut oil. They realize that there are significant financial benefits to using free fuel that they would normally have to pay to have discarded. Just as important, if not more important, they realize that by specially decorating these delivery vehicles to highlight their switch to clean green peanut oil fuels, they can generate positive promotional interest within their communities. Many Greasecar owners have learned that this media attention comes hand in hand with the social and environmental benefits provided by driving a Greasecar. This free media exposure is a very powerful and credible force in creating a positive and widespread community impression for your business. It is such exposure that lets your potential customers know that your business is a forward-thinking leader concerned about the important issues of the day. At a gathering of exhibitors before the opening of the Chick-fil-A Expo, Dan Cathy's words seemed to resound particularly. When changes external to the organization are occurring faster than internal change, the organization is stagnant. The idea with this expo is to display opportunities for change. We at Greasecar offer such an opportunity. Looking back on our journey, the larger implications of our trip quickly became evident. We could see it in the Chick-fil-A operators, crews, customers, and strangers waving on the highway. Our country is in need of alternative energy, and people were visibly proud of the American ingenuity represented by the peanut oil truck and Chick-fil-A's corporate support. They were visibly pleased and excited about what they saw. The time is upon us for companies with real vision to work together and lead. This point was driven home even more as we passed myriad multi-million-gallon petroleum storage tanks that reminded us of America's addiction to fossil fuels. Hundreds of petroleum-filled railroad tank cars lined the highway, each capable of holding enough fuel to add 4 million pounds of global warming CO2 into our fragile atmosphere. As the Earth moves into a period of global warming, these tankers slowly move along an environmentally devastating path towards the massive oil refineries of northern New Jersey, which process millions of barrels of Mideast oil daily. We now know this cannot continue if we are to preserve our environment. Some people say our environmental salvation will be delivered by future alternative fuels. We at Greasecar know the answer is not in the future, it is already here. It is in the use of agriculturally produced fuels. Agriculturally based fuels, grown in America, will empower our hard-working, yet endangered, struggling family farmers, as well as others in struggling third-world nations. These fuels will help family farmers keep their land and enable their children to return to the farms too many are now being forced to leave. Now fallow or unfarmed lands can become lush with canola plants, peanuts, and soybeans to produce clean-burning vegetable oils that do not contribute to global warming and emit only a small fraction of the environmental toxins associated with fossil fuels. The answer to our fossil fuel dilemma is not in the future. It is already in our hands. It is in the rough-hewn, hard-working hands of our farmers in the form of energy-filled oilseeds. The time has now arrived for our communities and corporations to extend a hand to our family farmers in a new energy partnership for a new energy future. Chick-fil-A is a corporate family with a purpose of financial security, spiritual renewal, and environmental stewardship, and we hope that our journey together has informed you about some changes that you may adopt for a healthier, more economical, and inspiring future. Those of us at Greasecar Vegetable Fuel Systems stand ready to help you. We'd like to thank you for your enthusiasm and hospitality. It was a pleasure meeting you. We hope to continue working with you as we all seek a better world.